us know. Evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Ham series is back. But it's only one half of the oNiD Arms tonight. It is the resident boss man, Johnny Ashley, here with you for this wonderful evening in the dark at Hungaroring. The Am series, 19 fierce competitors, but I'm not alone. I am not alone. I have the one and only Mr. Aidan Howard.
Bonjour, mon ami.
How are you, sir?
I'm very good. I did a French accent, realising this wasn't a French track. In Budapest, yeah. Aha.
Yeah, that's just how, like, goulash really loud.
Goulash. That's a goulash, yeah. Aha. No, I'm back at Hungary again. Flashbacks to Tuesday night with the multi-class. The Tourenwagen Championship, should I say?
Yeah, it's like PTSD, man.
Again. I don't want to go. It's not fair.
But Aidan, this is your... It's not your debut, is it, on the Am series? Did you come and guest for us one week?
I did indeed. It was.
Yes.
Goodness gracious, that was ages ago now. I think it was not this season, but maybe a season before.
Yes, I think it was. And obviously, Adam is usually with us on a Thursday, but he's skiving off at Gamescom in his role for SGP.
He's enjoying SimTech and eating bratwurst sausages.
Yes, he's having a great time over in Germany at Gamescom, so he is not here. But he will be back next week because we have a special Week 5 event coming up next week where me and Adam will be streaming, but live from the point of view of our car as we team up to take on the ferocious Am series.
It is hard fought, isn't it? Loads and loads of wonderful drivers here battling it out to try and be the best, but... yeah, it's a very, as I said, one of the closest battles that we see in oNiD between these guys.
Yeah, and some really, really good drivers as well. We had to bail last week because not many of them liked the rain, so there wasn't many people racing, but they still had a fantastic race. But we had a week off, and that's the fact I went and played AMS2 for the night and had thoroughly enjoyed myself. But yeah, these guys, this is actually the finale tonight. So obviously, usually we run a 4-week schedule, but August has 5 weeks. So this is the finale. There's still a lot to play for. The standings are pretty tight for the amateur class. So that is your class with the white number plate on your screen. With Loic Giraud leading the way on 140 points, but then Marcel Sima, Sam Grant in joint second on 122 points. And our very own Alex Parkin, who has made the Ham series this time around, is currently down in third with 119. So all of them have a good chance of winning the championship in the amateur class. The beginner class, also very, very tight with Josh Wicks leading the way on 137, Remco Torn on 131 and Oscar Bayliss on 125. Now Oscar Bayliss is here tonight. I don't see Remco. Oh no, I do see Remco. Remco's there, but I don't think I see Josh Wicks.
I don't. Neither do I.
So maybe not Josh Wicks. So really, it's going to be between Remco and Oscar Bayliss who wins that beginner class. Which will be fantastic to see how that plays out. And as for the lead in the amateur class, which is the pro class, I suppose, on the boards, Sam Grant is here, yes, up in 6th at the minute. Marcel Sima. Don't see Marcel Sima, and I don't think I see Loic Giraud either.
No, neither can I.
So Sam Grant and yes, it looks like Sam Grant's going to be in the pole position to win the championship then, as long as they have a very good finish. So that's really good for them. Alex Parkin not racing today. He's on admin duties because there's not many of them.
Certainly not. So a bit of lack of numbers tonight, sadly, because of that reason. But nonetheless, this is a decent sized field.
It is. I've just noticed Loic Giraud has just popped up at the bottom there. So Loic and Sam will be going hell for leather then for the championship. But with the gap being 18 points at the minute, I would think, although, there is 70 points for a win.
Oh. Oh, all the goodies on the plate today.
Yeah, so interesting to see what goes on in that championship. But these guys have got Hungary to rattle around first. For those who are relatively new to watching us or new to the AM series, these guys then do have a 15-minute qualifying session, which they are all out and getting their laps in. We then followed by an 8-minute warm-up race, which is a non-point scoring race. This is to allow the guys to get used to racing together through turn one at a track, and also to test their pit stops and go in and take their pits and get everything sorted for the race, which is then a 40-minute absolute belter to finish, which is the main event of the night. A nice 45-minute race with a mandatory pit stop where they will have to take tyres and fuel. In a short window as well, a relatively short window. So, be good to see how things play out. But Aidan, did you ever race in the AM series?
No, I've never raced in the hours. Although ironically, my SGP racing would probably mean I'll be able to. Even after all the endurance racing I do with Reinhardt Motorsports, it's quite comical, really. That's sort of, I blame all the poor races I've had on Assetto Corsa instead. That's tearing down my ranking. But
maybe next month you could slide an entry and give yourself, see how you get on.
I'm tempted, very, very tempted. I'm not gonna lie. The fields on here just look ultra competitive, and yeah, I think you might have it sold.
When it was the rookies, when we first launched it, 18 months ago, we had some guys in there that were ridiculously quick. A certain Leighton Austin was in the early series of the rookies.
No, he wasn't. Come off. He's a
Matt
god.
Matt Holman.
Oh, Matt Holman. Yeah, I can understand that.
We're in the early. The Sharon brothers.
Some big names in the community come through that, and don't they?
Absolutely, and that's what the AM series is all about: is bringing these guys in that they might be new to ACC. Doesn't mean they're slow; it means they're new to ACC, and getting to grips with it, and working their way up. And now you have a look at Leighton Austin driving for Pulse. Matt Holman is an executive here, and he's fairly quick on his day. So yeah, it's good.
You might have me sold there, Johnny. Oh, what
do it, man.
Do tell if there's any details coming up, good sir, or am I not supposed to know or tell people that yet? I'm not entirely sure.
There will be. Obviously, it's a monthly run thing for now. Obviously, me and Steve were actually chatting before we come on air. We might change things up a little bit for the rest of the year, see how it goes. Maybe throw some different types of cars into this championship as well.
No, what you mean? What you mean by that is that you're going to force everyone to drive Genetis because you love them.
No, I'm going to do a Reiter single make championship. Nice. If you can drive the Reiter quickly, you can do anything in ACC. You can do anything in the sim racing world whatsoever.
That car is a handful, I must admit.
Dan Hearn says, Aidan, you are too quick for the AMs.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that.
Habibovic is here. Hello, sir.
Good evening. Yes.
Edition Dutch is here. Good evening.
Badim says, how about the Chevy? No! It's only designed to turn in one direction on an oval, and ACC doesn't have ovals, so no. For the love of God. I
was driving the Chevy at the 6 Hours of Valencia, which is live on Saturday, as you can see in the top right-hand side of your screen.
Indeed it is. You are mad.
We were driving the Chevy, me and Ben, because we're taking a break from running this one, and we're actually racing this one. I don't think I've actually raced in an oNiD event yet. An oNiD endurance event. I think I've always been either stewarding, commentating, or generally running the 24 hours.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Joey. You didn't hear that on OBS, but thank you, Luna, for the subscription.
What a legend. Thank you very much. But no, we were in the Chevy. We made a conscious decision today that the Chevy was not going to turn in like we wanted it to. So we've gone in the G&E.
Jenny. Every time you say that, I cannot get Forrest Gump out of my head.
Jenny.
Jenny, I love you, Jenny. Anyway,
But
it's not.
look at the times, man. 1:45 flat. I couldn't manage that on Tuesday night.
Even for me, that's a push. And I tell you what, in that Porsche, it's looking quite handy around here because Atten is actually going to go quicker on a purple sector and a purple lap time overall at the minute. Might improve into 1:44 if he keeps it all going good.
That's a disgusting time.
It's disgusting. You disgust me with your 1:44s, good sir. And there it is.
Wow, 1:44. That's a great lap. Someone is not longed for this series with times like that. Absolutely.
Indeed. It's a good time though, I must admit. In a Porsche as well, and with a tail-happy Porsche.
Very tail-happy Porsche. A lot better than the old one.
Oh yeah.
I love the way it looks as well. It's something about the new rear end on a Porsche. Because obviously the Cup car was the first one to come out with that new strip light at the back.
Yeah.
And then they kind of made the GT3 version. It looks lovely, and to watch them go around the track as well is brilliant. I watched them at Donington this year in the GB Cup.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be there for
Just
marshalling.
brilliant. Oof, you were a marshal? I've never knew.
No, never mentioned that, have I? I'm a marshal at Donington, doing lots of stuff there. I'm at Caterings this week, not this weekend, the weekend after. 75th anniversary.
Yes. Nice, love a Caterham. That'll be great fun.
That'll be good. Saturday and Sunday I'm there, and if you want to come and say hi, come and say hi. Tickets are about, what, 15 quid, I think, something like that.
I was going to say, they won't be expensive.
No, not for a club meet like that. Touring cars,
I love club.
Touring cars might be different, but club meets, it's...
I'll tell you what, though, touring cars isn't that expensive. I think I looked at tickets for Silverstone for end of September. It's like 40 quid for the weekend. It's not a lot of money at all, really. But club racing, if you just, people in the UK especially, the UK has a great club scene.
Johnny.
So, what?
1:44 dead.
Wow, that's a time.
I was watching that and it caught on my eye. I'm thinking,
wow,
he's going to get that, and he has. That's just insane. Right, that's right. He needs promoting from AMS, I reckon, at this point.
Yeah, now.
Now, just admin powers. Ban him. Ballast.
Kick. Yeah. Restrictor, 100%. No.
No. But no, in terms of racing, it's good ticket prices.
The club scene is fantastic. You can go to your local track, go to your local track's website, and they'll tell you what they've got on every weekend. They've got a whole timetable of stuff. Most tracks have something on at the weekend. And for, even if you just wanted to go and watch the racing on a Sunday, a day out will cost you like a tenner.
Pretty much.
And there's some great racing out there. Especially in the UK, you got the Radicals Championship, the Mini Challenge Championship, the Legends Championship, the pickups, trucks.
They were fun.
They got the club. They got the club. Is it the club? I can't remember. It's something club racing where you can just turn up with like a car that's like 350 brake or whatever, and just
arrive and
drag it
drive
around.
kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah. And even if you wanted to get involved and you had a license, you can. Radical, I think, are doing like a whole package where you can rent a car for the weekend and go racing.
If you have the money for it, yes.
Yeah,
it's
ridiculous.
Parked up, I don't know who that was. Someone parked on pit straight, wonderful. But yeah, if you're going for as a spectator, it's just go to the club events. That's all I can say. That's where the real good racing is. You can go for F1 for the spectacle, do it once or twice, but sure. But go to your club meets: Donington, Alton, Brands Hatch, Snet. What else?
Knockhill if you're in Scotland.
If you're Scottish and as of the certain persuasion of wearing a man skirt
and drinking Buckfast.
Ooh. A man skirt.
But yeah, there's lots of tracks, and I'm sure it's the same in Europe as well. There's lots of tracks, hidden little gems around Europe. I'm sure there's tracks local to you that you go and find some great club racing. I know. It's a shame they don't do the Clio Cups anymore because that used to be such a good championship.
And I've just come to the realisation I called a kilt a man's skirt.
You did call the kilt a man's skirt.
I'm so sorry.
With 2 minutes left in qualifying, Chris Wacker's leading the way in that beginners class with not a bad time. We're 1:45.39. That's not bad at all.
1:45.39 for him, and then nearest challenger is 1:46.6. Oscar Bayliss all the way down in Lonesome 10th. Then Max Farrell 11th. R. Roy. Who's R. Roy? Where's R. Roy? R. Roy.
Hey, Roy.
Roman Roy.
Oh, it's 2 Roys. I see K. Roy, didn't you? Roman Roy. What a good name.
Roman Roy. What great use of alliteration. And then Goswell, Vokins, Torn, and Jensen make up your beginners. Is that correct?
Yeah, beginners class is the red boards. Yeah.
But
then the rest are the pro class, as it would be in normally. Is actually the amateur class in this series.
Indeed, and leading them away at the front, 1:44.0. It's just a stonker of a time in that Porsche from Atten. Ooh, that's contact!
That might be. I don't know if they're live stewarding tonight, because I don't know if they've got many people, but that may be a penalty as well. That was pretty. I don't know what the Ferrari in front's doing.
Well, it's a replay now,
the Ferrari
so
in front.
We'll get a look back at what happened. The Ferrari, that happened all very suddenly there. Did the Ferrari stomp on the brakes or what?
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
stomped on the brakes. Yeah, stomped on the brakes to kind of stay offline, and Seba went straight through the back of him.
Kind of caught out by that by the looks of it. Ooh, indeed. Live stewarding, I do believe, is live tonight. Live stewarding is live. Yeah, that's total tongue twister. But that is qualifying over for Atten Wasiba there. Dennis Kimuto and Sven Dielman, I'll say that right, is I've all seen the checkered flag, so they will not be improving. One person who could improve is Loic Giroud here in the Macca. It is the Evo, McLaren Evo. Grant and Miglzi, oh god, 6th and 7th finish.
Second.
That's second place.
Good lap.
Very good lap. So that is front row for Loic there. Who else?
Yeah, and Loic's in a prime position for that championship win as well, and that is the end of qualifying. So leading the way in that championship and second on the grid, you have to say that Girol is maybe in the driving seat to win that championship tonight.
Oh, time will tell. 8-minute race coming up with then following a 40-minute race, as Johnny has outlined, with a mandatory pit stop for tyres. A very short pit stop window. Again, that's another tongue twister. A little bit short.
Well, I'm saying it's short. I haven't actually done the maths. Let's have a look. 2011 divided by 16. So it's oh no, it's just an open pit window. So it is a 45-minute pit window. So these guys can pit whenever they want, but they have to take tyres and fuel at their stop. Obviously, it's the same in the 8-minute race. They have to do a mandatory pit stop. So
yep.
But it's a good chance for them to test, make sure they're hitting their marks in the pit box, make sure they're not speeding into the pits or speeding out. The first race is a non-point scoring race, 8 minutes, so it doesn't matter. They're not going to lose in it or gain anything. They're going to get, if anything, they'll gain data about what they need to do for the actual main event.
A bold prediction in chat from Badim Habibovic.
Not really bold, is it?
Well, Zeba will win the race. I mean... No, it's not really bold, is it? It looks very likely, doesn't it? It's
that's like picking the horse that's already about to cross the line first.
That is a good point. Right, well, we'll see what happens. Could absolutely.
I'm gonna pick Bayliss. I'm gonna pick Bayliss to win the beginners class from third.
Oh, Johnny. Bayliss.
And I'm gonna pick Giroud to win the overall race.
Bayless in that Fanta liveried Mercedes there.
What a livery that
It's
is!
fantastic, isn't it? I love that. If we could have a livery contest, that would definitely be a contender.
Absolutely, it would. So, like we said, 8 minutes for these guys. I'm gonna shut up for most of it now, and I'm just gonna be the colour commentator in the background. And Aiden's dulcet tones are gonna lead you through.
My dulcet tones will lead you through this first 8-minute race. ASMR
Like
style.
a really bad babe station.
now. Don't get paid don't get paid enough to do that. You don't pay me at all.
Well, don't give it away. I pay them
God.
handsomely. They're all very well. Shh.
Compensated.
Yes, the word I was looking for. Yeah.
Yes, of course. Ah, dearest. Thank you.
They're well compensated in sexual favor. No.
Oh, thank God this stream is rated for adult content.
Oh dear.
Dear God. I hope there's a warning when people click on thinking, some adult, this stream has been marked as whatever it is for adult, for viewers over 18, because it's the sheer stuff we say.
There should just be a disclaimer every time I'm due on that just says Johnny's on this stream.
Johnny,
Warning.
Johnny is on this stream, absolutely. But we will have to keep an eye on these two guys here, though, the Thieber and Gould in P1 and P2.
Yeah, the interesting thing about these two going off the line is Thieber's going to be, the natural thing to do in the first corner, if you've got the inside, is to kind of hug the inside as well and just trying to get a good corner out. But the nature of Hungary's first corner, Giraud could just drive around the outside if it gets a good enough run.
Yeah. Absolutely. Could not agree more. And it'll be down to this man here to try and figure that out. That McLaren Evo, though, very grippy. It's straight line is, average, but put it through a corner, it will stick like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, so these guys then 15 seconds to go for the non-point scoring 8-minute warm-up race. This will just be a taste of and I'm sure if you're Giraud at this point, you're going, right, I'm going to try something on turn 1 and see if it works, and kind of see if it works maybe for race 2 for the main event, if you can get in front of Thieber and away they go.
That'll be interesting. We'll see what they do. They do proceed onto their short formation lap, there only being a 8-minute race. Ooh, what is Thieber getting very ahead, quite by a far amount there, maybe pushing. Oh, there's a car out of position as well, and we do see a green light for the first 8-minute race, and I think Atten was really pushing that starter position there a little bit as everyone scrambles across the left side. Oh, contact in the background.
Oh, big crash in the background, but Thieber's gone near go. Thieber's gone deep.
Yeah.
But has managed to hold on to it, and Giraud's just going to tuck him behind. But I don't think this is far from over at all.
Not at all. I said that McLaren in the corners is a really good car to drive, but there is contact in the background. Samuel Page drops down the order with Max Farrell. And Kendall Roy as well falling a cropper there to some form of incident. Keeps it going though, gets back on track, getting overtaken by a recovering Max Farrell as well. Up ahead, the leaders in this non-point scoring race. Gould's got ahead. And it's contact between the two.
That was never an overtaking place. I'm not going to do a Ben rant, but it was never an overtaking place.
Oh, there's more contact.
Hold your brakes, Thieber, hold your brakes. Just poor.
Got to get a replay of that. Well, initially, this is just the overtake. He's gone wide in that long right-hander. Gives the place to the McLaren. And then he thinks, I like my chances here. I'm going to sneak it up the inside. So he's got McLaren ahead and gets a bad exit. And then contact's made. And McLaren continues, but it's the Porsche that holds the brakes and tries to get going again. Or is it... No, he doesn't try to get going. He just gets collected by and blindsided by the oNiD driver. I think that was...
Sam Page.
Sam Page, yeah. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
That's interesting to see, though, that mistakes, he said was very quick over one lap, but there is mistakes to be made as
He's
racing a BMW on the way in.
Racing a BMW on the pit entry. Still part of the racetrack by definition, so they can do that, and they can get away with it. But yeah, the racer in him, that was like a Vettel move there. Like, didn't Vettel do that at one point?
I believe so, yeah, on the way in.
On the way in, yeah, absolutely. It's part of the racetrack. You're going slow and there's a gap you want to take, technically you can go for it.
But Girol has also come into the pits as well, so Kometto currently leads the way.
Kometto leading the way. It's a nice little battle here for what is 5th, 4th and 3rd. Oscar Bayless getting a massive jump on the field in that Fanta-liveried McLaren, not McLaren, Fanta-liveried Mercedes. Buddy, that's his prediction out the window. Yeah, well, you make a prediction, you're going to curse it. Is there such a thing as spectator curse? Not commentator's curse, but spectator's curse.
Herbimovich has absolutely sniped Feber.
He has, absolutely. It's like literally playing Call of Duty goes, I'm going to snipe, I'm going to no-scope you. Anyway. That is such a bad reference. I do not know why I made that reference.
But also, it's interesting to see. You see the Bayliss, he said, has jumped up, and obviously Wacker's already taken their pit stop in this 8-minute race. But if Bayliss has got some clear air and is keeping up with the leading pack, he could, in theory, jump Wacker as gone in the pits as well.
Indeed. So I'm going to check in this replay because Miglizzi, I think I said that right. Oh no!
Oh, that's a 2 for 1 from Farrell. Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh dear Lord, that did not look like it was in a happy place. And rejoining, he spins it again on his own accord. Oh dear.
Yeah, not going to be some happy bunnies, but Migliozzi is in the pits. And near enough, everyone's in the pits. Only Grant, Mirani, and Gossel and Verkings is not pitted yet. Everyone else has come in. Roy as well. Roman Roy has got to come into the pits.
Oh, what a name. Right, who else is pitted? Ooh, Sven Dielman. He's just exiting the pits. He was showing his yellow flag, but the heads-up display does the timing tower, the timing app that I have does tend to show him his yellow flags that exiting the pits, which does throw me off completely. But addition Dutch, that's a strike.
Yeah, and Herbimovich has put double kill. It just reminds me of the Halo double kill.
That's where it's from. I've been making that meme for years. I never knew where it was from. Thank you for confirming that for me.
Yeah, Halo. Many years ago. Double kill. Kill frenzy.
What's that, Halo? I thought that was like Call of Duty or something.
Nope. Halo.
Wow.
Halo is about long before Call of Duty.
Ooh, I don't know the theme tune. It's fine. I'm not going to try and do it.
Yeah. If you could do the choir bit for Halo, I'd be very impressed.
Oh, stop-go penalty for Max Farrell, speeding in the pit lane.
So not only has Farrell came into 2 cars like a wrecking ball, also came into the pits like a wrecking ball as well. So stop-go 30 for Farrell.
Yes. Really emphasising the wrecking ball metaphor is Max Farrell. Is making a point, and also 81.
Conradi as well.
I just want 8 minutes races for, no points in this race, just getting used to it and figuring out what the hell they need to do to make a good pit stop and bit of a practice session really, practice race. So bit of fun and giggles I guess, but the serious stuff will start when they get back through the pits. Drive through for speeding in the pit lane, W. Gossel. So not a stop.
Yeah, it depends if you speed in or speed out, and what speed you're doing is whether you get a drive through or a stop go.
So which one's stop goes worse? Isn't it? Yeah, because it's dry.
Yeah, a lot worse.
So Gossel was a naughty boy, but not as much of a naughty boy as Fowler and Conradi.
Yeah, basically, Wack has managed to keep hold of the lead in the beginner class as Sam Grant heads to the pits.
Yep.
With only Roman Roy left to do their pit stop, with only 42 seconds left on the clock as well. But Girold is going to comfortably take the victory.
Roman goes for another lap. He's not going to do his pit window. That might raise a few eyebrows. Because you are supposed to... Well, I say that.
130-second penalty doesn't really count, does it?
No, really
we do encourage them to do their pit stop.
Indeed. Can't make them. If they wanted the penalty, they can have the penalty.
Oh, look at all the Halo memes coming in chat. Did someone say turn 1, lap 1, kill frenzy? Hexa kill. Watkins Glen turn 1, kill-tacular. And Alex Parkins just put kill apocalypse.
I'm not sure if you're just making up words and trying to make me believe that these are the things in Halo, or they are actually the things that were in Halo.
I think most of them were, to be fair.
Okay.
Most of them were indeed. We've just had a joiner. Stevie Baines just joined us.
Hello.
I'm sorry I called your kilt a man's skirt. Just saying.
Yeah, but it does let the air flow everywhere you need it to, so.
The Scotsman's gonna get me. Anyway, it's fine. Good evening. What brings you to our wonderful comments box? You better not be stealing our biscuits. You leave our biscuits alone.
I'm not, but I will wait until the break and then I'll say what I was coming in to say. So we'll finish the race off and
so no worries.
Then we'll go through it.
Wonderful. Well, the McLaren of Gerald, names, words failing me, is going to take the win as long as he doesn't do anything silly in the last couple of corners from Dielman, Grant, Kimto and Maroni in P5. Bayliss, again, all being well, if they come across and see the checkered flag in the way they are, will take the win for the beginner class in this little bit of a fun race, really. Comes around the final turn, does Luke, and we'll see the checkered flag, and just a bit of bragging rights, really. But nonetheless, a win's a win, and I'm sure he will be happy with seeing the checkered flag before anyone else. That, folks, as we wait for everyone to come across the line. Oh, Sam Page, probably seen better days, bless him, in that Aston. He will come across the line in about 20 odd seconds time. 8th is going to come across the line next, going through the final turn. Someone's cleared their stop and go as they go into the pits on the final lap. Roy still not taking its pit stop, so Roy will get a 130-second penalty because I believe he'll cross the finish line. If he were to go into the pits on the end of this lap, will cross the finish line before he can get to his pit box. I believe that's how the game registers it. Tries doing Michael Schumacher from Silverstone many years ago. And then Vokins, Torn, and then Roy? Where's Roy? And there's 130 seconds. He didn't go for the pits. He just took it on the chin and took the 130 seconds. Just waiting for the last few cars to come across the line, and Waka, Milzugi, Migolozzi and Farrell all take the pits anyway. So that, I think, will be that.
Stevie, then.
Stevie.
You are here.
Yes.
Why are you here?
Well, as you know, this series is sponsored by SimHound, and
Yes.
SimHound very generously give us a pair of gloves to give away to one driver who is taking part in the series. So we've just been having a chat about who we think should get the gloves for this month for August.
Oh, we're going to get a live reveal.
Yeah, and it was
Ooh.
well, it was kind of awkward a little bit because we thought, right, we'll pick this driver, and then they kind of bowling ball 2 drivers out the way, but they have been improving quite a lot. They've already apologised in the chat for it as well, while they were in the pits. And we had a look, and they've not had any other instance, so just a one-off. And it's that is Pharrell.
Very
Max
good.
Farrell, well done, mate.
Indeed.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Good
Mr.
lad.
in that Red Bull liveried BMW.
He's the reason that we're doing all the Halo stuff in chat.
Yeah, exactly. It
Oh,
was
it's about
literally.
Kilimanjaro. Killionaire. Oh, they could go forever. These are great.
God.
yeah.
I'm still of the firm belief you're just putting words together in hopes that I would believe you to be that it's actually true. I literally have no idea these are an actual thing.
Are you able to mute me and Stevie for 2 seconds?
Uh-oh.
I need to talk to him, but I can't say it live on stream.
Okay, hold on.
And
You're clear. I've muted Discord, and that's why I love having Discord on a separate channel, because I just mute them, and they can't. I can hear them in my ear. It's almost like I've got a second voice, like an alter ego kind of Jekyll and Hyde thing going on. But no, Johnny, you are not live. No one can hear you. Stop calling me rude words. No, joking. Right, let's have a look and see what's going on. As we just wait for the session to tick over, people have still got a slight issue with Waka Mizliozi, I think I said that right, and Farrell, because they're still showing on track, and I think that we're having a bit of an issue for those drivers, because that they're preventing the server from ticking over, which is interesting. Yeah, we're just waiting for the session to tick over. And Waka, oh, I can bring you back now.
yeah, you can bring us back now.
Huzzah! I heard that too. I will talk about.
I'll
it
stop
later.
calling you a penis.
Well, you're not wrong. I mean, like, you're absolutely 100% accurate with that. And finally, the session ticks over as we then go ahead with a 45-minute race for our future race this evening. And yeah, we just wait for everyone to do their thing. And we will then get back underway with another race. And again, all eyes on these front 2 drivers, Seba and Gerud. And I'm hoping I'm saying those names right. I'm so sorry if I'm not. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for these guys to start the race. And again, it's gonna be they've got to learn something from the little 8-minute race they've done. So they'll hopefully take that on board, and we'll see what they can do for this race. They're coming together after the first chicane on the first lap. I'm betting they're keen to avoid that happening again. And
Wonder if Max Farrell will be going for the triple kill.
the triple kill.
We do have the right to reserve the gloves for someone else.
Yeah. If he triple kills, they go automatically to me.
Go to me. I need a bigger size.
But no, as well as the improvements on track and everything, I know Pharrell's been really good in the Discord as well, getting engaged. So I think
well deserved by the sounds of it. Absolutely well deserved.
Definitely. Just don't go bowling again this race.
No, where is he? Let's quickly jump to him. There he is.
You can do it at Watkins because it's sponsored by Go Bowling.
Well, you did in the first race we did there. You went bowling at the bus stop.
Yeah, the Bentley did go full bowling.
Oh dear.
Yes.
It's not a bowling alley, okay?
But it was also the site of my first GT4 win with a certain Stevie Bain.
Oh,
Team Cup champions.
Team Cup champions. Let's go. Whoop, whoop.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
Although
Sure.
I've got a new partner for the next Sunday team championship.
Yeah, cheating on me.
But you don't do Sundays.
Still cheating on me.
But I am cheating on you with someone equally cool and Celtic.
Celtic.
They might kill me for calling them that.
Oh, we just got a car go to the pits.
I suppose it's actually more Gaelic, isn't it?
Oh, hello, a minute. Sven
Who is
Dillman
it?
goes to the pits. So 4th place is obviously not clicked ready in time.
That'll do it. I'll shake the grid up a bit as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple of DTs with people out of position. Sometimes shake the grid up a little bit. Thebber's got a hell of a...
Oh, they're gonna go away.
Just gone.
Yeah, that's a big gap to P1 and 2, and so I think, oh, there's a car lagging in the background as well. Ferrari off on the right, can't quite decide where it wants to be, and I think that's the internet playing silly buggers with itself. But they all get away cleanly so far. Mid-pack though is seeing a right old battle, and it's contact. Sam Grant hits Migglesy. God, I hope I'm saying these names right. Jesus Christ.
Migliozzi.
Migliosi.
I can hand on heart saying you're probably not.
Thank you,
And that's
Stevie.
coming from a Scotsman.
And and with that, I will go and have a look at these contacts and the stewards.
Cheers, Stevie.
Have a good one.
Have fun.
And,
Thanks, mate.
once I find the Discord again, I will see you there.
See you later, mate.
Ladies, enjoy.
Bye.
And I think that will be a penalty for Grant as well. Lap 1.
That's gonna be
Big
a
penalty coming his way.
It's gonna be a hefty one. Midfield battle though. Harrington, Roy, Bayliss, Torn, all going at it for the same piece of track. The leader has just checked out. 2 seconds between him and Garoud for second. And there is contact behind though. Gossel and Roy and Page having to come together. There's a dive bomb in the background. There's a banner in the way. God damn it, ACC. Torn.
Bench camera.
Oh, massive contact!
Well held, Remco Torn. Well held. But the AMG's coming to finish him, I think. Oh, no, there it goes around the outside.
Around the outside. Let's see what else it can do. I think the AMG holds it this time round. Oh, dear God. And then the Sam Page on the outside of the Aston Martin V8 Vantage will try and capitalise 3 wide in the background as well for a position further down. Sam goes deep, sadly. So we're going to place there's contact behind. Who in the world was that? Was that Chris Wacker? I couldn't quite tell who that was in McLaren.
It is, and that means that Oscar Bayliss will move up a position. Obviously, these two will get in the chance of the beginners' championship. So,
oh dear Lord, cars going left, right, and centre.
45 minutes, lads. Chill.
Jesus Christ!
Oh God!
Oh God! No, break! God, for the love of God, break! Thank
PTSD.
Oh my God! There's a yellow Ferrari in the background there, jumping left, right, and centre. So that's going to cause some issues for drivers trying to fight with him. But this midfield battle is just taken really. Oh, hello, Jensen falling down the order there, but getting overtaken by Mohammed Maroon. Marooni, should I say?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Jensen there. Jensen seemed to have slowed right down. Will Gossel having a few issues in the Audi. Now coming under attack from Miroani. Chris Wacker's dropped down the order, and he'll be battling because he's up with a chance of winning that beginners' championship. This is the finale after all, but Oscar Bayliss in the driving seat for that at the minute.
Oh, can I breathe yet? It's Porsche going wide and cutting across everyone. Jesus Christ. That's Dillyman recovering. Getting back with the pack, and the 4th place starter making inroads through what was, of course, a maybe a late clicking ready up kind of situation on the start grid. Let's force him start from the pit lane. Audi dives out with the slipstream of Chris Wacker. Chris holds position up ahead. Dilliman making a move on Fred Conradi. Goes around the outside, laid bang doors.
It's a good pass. So he had the inside.
He did.
Little
He's
bit of
going
a
to
door
keep
bang.
it there, and that's another door bang. That's a massive shunt.
That's a big door bang, and that is it's the type of corner you cannot go too wide through unless you're really sure. And Conradi really has got the brunt of that. Grant's got, by looks at it, a 10-second penalty, so that'll be for the incident on lap 1.
Yeah.
So Grant will have to take that, the pit stop.
Yeah, absolutely. So 10 seconds for him. And there's still a battle happening a bit further down the order. These guys still reasonably close to each other. As they do continue, just having a look at my timing screen, they've now spread out a little bit and people are starting to find their own space. Leader, however, checked out again. It's about a 2-second lead. It hasn't really changed much. It's been maintained at 2 seconds, and these and Samuel Page now forming a bit of a Page train, and Roy now trying to look up the inside of Okins. Ariana. Her? She? Ariana? Must be. Well, I'm going to just be safe. They are going to defend is Ariana as they get on the brakes. Gives enough of a car width for Roy to potentially look up the inside, but then places the car pretty well to defend and hold the position. And then no, Roy's not going to make it around the outside. I think he tried to get the cutback, but completely mistimed that. Or was that just Ariana going a little bit deep into the corner and blocking the move, and just being fortunate that put the car in the right position at the right time?
Yeah, I've got access to the penalty sheet as well, so I can keep you guys up to date with the penalties. So car 802, which was Sam Grant, did get that 10-second penalty for a big rear impact on lap 1. There is also a penalty incoming for car 89. That's Oscar Bayliss. He's going to get a 5-second penalty for missing brakes, missing the braking and rear ending into another car. So that's on its way as well.
That was the penultimate turn of the Mercedes, I do believe. And oh, Kendall looks up the inside, can't make it work. And then that's going to give Dilliman a reason to get attacking. Isn't up the inside. No, can't quite make that work. That was close. A bit too close for comfort, chaps. But they figure it out, just about. And Dilliman's going to have to wait for another opportunity. But oh my god, 3-way battle in the background. No, Wacker, Gossel, and that name I can't really pronounce. Migliozzi. Migliozzi. There we go. I was gonna go pasta. Anyway, Chris Wacker gets better than both of them through turn 1 though. Those two drivers behind Wacker goes deep into turn 1, and Wacker makes the best of it. Up ahead of this battle, Dillman and Vokins going back at it, fighting away. Dillman right on the tail, and it's contact with Vokins.
Oh, that's a big contact as well. Keep it out of the wall, spin it round. Well done. Won't lose a bit of time, but won't get too much damage from that. So rejoins fairly safely. Well, that was a big old bump.
Well, we'll go to a replay and see the lead up of this battle. Vokins was catching the car of what I think was a car for position, in 11th, and then just
it's just so bad.
Don't know who to. Well, stewards will decide, I'm sure. But was that Vokins moving over to the right, or was that Dillman making contact and causing the spin? Now they'll have their own views on it, I'm sure, and we'll I'll wait to see what happens with that. Wackado gets overtaken by that Audi there, and I think he might be under threat from Roman Roy in the Lamborghini in any moment now. Go down the main straight as Wacker might just got good enough run out the corner to survive. The battle for the lead, though, I've just noticed, is closed, and it's closed big time to 0.8 of a second, according to my timing screen. Might be slightly out of date with what you see in the game, but the leaders are the leader and the second place are slowly coming together. I wonder if Aten Wathiba made a mistake somewhere that's caused that gap to close. But
yeah, got a few warnings coming out. Car 99 and car 89 have been given a warning for dive bombing. Warning for car 17 for late braking. Warning for car 4, be careful in traffic and not to change lines only. So yeah, just a few warnings handed out. No other big penalties to give out just at this moment in time.
Yeah. Oh, leaders are battling. There was a change of position there, and I think they were chopping and changing. We'll quickly see a replay, because for a moment, Aten Wafiba was down in second place. But then, got a very poor run out at that fast right-hander. That gave a reason for Gurul to go out the inside, the outside should I say, but then couldn't make the move work. So these guys are very close together now.
Yeah, really good battling as well, and Giraud really pushing, knows that they can win the championship this evening, and probably in the best position as well. Sam Grant was the only other driver that had a shot this evening of that amateur championship, but with a 10-second penalty will drop off the back. So Giraud will want the win, obviously. Who doesn't want to win? But probably doesn't have to push too hard to claim the championship.
No, not at all. So that will be interesting to see that battle develop. But as of right now, things are staying put for these guys, and we'll just keep an eye on that. However, further down the field, as I try and get my windows all lined up, there we go, I can now see what's going on with chat and stream at the same time. Kendall Roy, Dillman, Miglozzi, god damn it, Migliotti, thank you, my dyslexic mind cannot comprehend words of more than 3 syllables. Roy going very deep into that first left-hander through this complex of corners. More chaos than a Halo multiplayer game. Bedim, stop it. The Ferrari got hit by Spartan. Is that another Halo reference?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. We're getting there, folks. Honest. But Kendall now having to defend really from that Audi driver. Meanwhile, slow car warning. Dennis Kimito. Dennis Kimito was just registering as a white flag, so had a slow moment through that part of the circuit. Chris Wackado, first of the pitters. He drives his car through the pit lane. Oh, that's a slide in the background. Roy getting it very, very wrong on the apex. I'm not sure if that was self-induced. Let's try and get a quick replay of that. There's a battle with the Italian driver in the Audi. I'm not sure if contact was made. Let's have a watch. On the brakes, goes to the inside. Nope, took too much curb. That was all him.
Yep. Yeah, too much curb, and just unsettled the McLaren and spun it around. Really easy to do, and seeing the foreground of that as well with Sam Page absolutely defending for his life, doing a good job. Just an update on the standings. As it stands in the beginner class, Remco Torn will be your beginner's champion. by about 3 points. And for the AM Championship, Girol, who is in the lead now by 1.5 seconds, is going to bring home that AM Championship as well. So it's still a long way to go, 30 minutes or so to go. So we'll just have to see how things go with Sam Page.
Dive bomb inside from Roy.
Oh, yeah, and the problem is Roy put himself in a position where
More
he didn't really
contact.
affect Sam. It's just a dive, and Sam's doing so well to defend that position, and people, the frustration is as well when with people that defend really well, and Sam's very good at defending. He might not be the quickest, but he's really good at defending. He's got that down to a fine art. If people get frustrated, and you see moves like that, not really necessary either. If you've got the pace over the next 30 minutes on the car in front of you, you're going to pass eventually. And they've all got pit stops to take as well. So you just react to the car in front. There's no mad rush to overtake.
No, not at all. This is insane, really, isn't it, Preston? Well, they're going to keep on fighting, and Sam making that Aston as wide as he can. We're making game references in chat now. You got sniped like in CS:GO. Okay, I know what CS:GO is, but God, that's such an old game. Another hit! Another hit to Sam Page. He's going to fall down the order. Avoids everyone else by the looks of it. Oh no, he made contact with Ferrari. Car 22. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's get a replay of that as we join the battle back as they go through the fast, blind, uphill left-hander. And then Dillman just later on the brakes than Sam was, well, it looks of it, and Sam goes round and collects another car.
So unfortunate for Sam, and it's just another one of them incidents where you're not judging what the car in front's doing. You're just in the zone. I've got to make sure I hit my braking point. Well, actually, the car in front of you might have a totally different braking point.
Yeah. And
unfortunately, that sent Sam from battling within the top 10 to now 15th. You know, how many times do people have to have their races ruined?
No. Where penalties for this midfield carnage, says Cosilio. We are awaiting to find out. Feel bad for Sam, says Dexter Morgan. And bonk, says Badim. Habibuvic. Yeah, bonk.
Yeah, there is penalties. There is penalties incoming, I believe. So we'll just wait for them to be added by the stewarding team. But there are penalties on their way.
Dear God. 5-second penalty for car rate causing this collision. That's the Audi, so that might have been for a dive bomb earlier on that we witnessed. And car 5, Dillman, gets a 10-second penalty for causing a collision. And again,
caution when following other cars caused a big incident, so that's 10 seconds for Dillman, 5 seconds for Migliozzi. In the Audi for a rear bump, and there is another one coming for car number 3.
As soon as you said it,
it's just come up. He's got a 5-second penalty for outbraking and punting into another car. So there you go. There's your penalties that have been coming for this midfield battle.
You ask, we shall deliver. Yellow flag though for Fred Conradi. Conradi. We'll see what happened to him as we go on a replay.
He's doing well with a very badly damaged Ferrari. He was the one that got hit by... absolutely mullered. That was in that battle with...
Just spun the car of his own accord.
Yeah.
A little bit too much speed.
Yeah, a bit too much speed. The damage as well is going to affect the downforce on the car, and the car's just going to start wanting to overtake itself.
Absolutely. Oh, Harrington is in the pits. So that's our fourth stopper of the race so far. And we will see where he comes back out. He'll be fighting for positions, no doubt. Roy, though, still on the charge, looking to take over Vokins. And Vokins keeps it on the inside. There's a bit of door banging. And they're going to go side by side through that turn. Please don't. Thank God. But Roy's going to lose out because the Audi behind him of Will Gossel is now looking quite racy.
There is another penalty coming inbound for Dahleman as well, car number 5, for that incident with Sam Page.
It's all from bad to worse for Dillman. Dillman. Yeah, I said that right. Dillman.
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful. As we stay with this kind of battles outside top 10. Thieber from P2 is pitted. Hold on, he's in P2.
Yeah, Girol passed him a little while ago.
Oh goodness, missed that. I knew they were battling, but yeah, completely missed that. Car 5 again gets another 5 seconds.
That's that penalty I was on about.
Yeah, gets another 5 seconds. So what they've already got, massive oversteer moment from Roy. It does save it though, which is good for him. Keeps it going, but yeah, that was a hot enough moment. Yellow flag, Finbar Harrington. He's just come out the pits. Well, let's get a replay of what's happened to him. Fast left-hander. Goes up to the long right-hander. What in the world happened here? It was all under control. Is it the chicane he lost it at? Probably the chicane. Goes into it. Oh, that's a lot of sausage! Or keeps it out of the barrier. That's the main thing. Oh, he's a lucky boy. Daniel Hearn. This track has a good chance he won't be able to pass. We are kind of there. Oh, hello. Yellow flag. 4th place, Max Farrell. That's big damage. That Red Bull branded BMW has definitely looked a lot happier. Again, cheeky replay button. Goes into the middle sector kind of complex, if you will. And, oh, just gets on the power. Too much on the right foot. Goes around, almost collects another car. Gets it spinning again, and then hits the barrier again for good measure. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's not good at all. It keeps it, gets it back on track, but that's pits. Yeah, he's heading straight for the pit lane. Oh boy, that's not a happy car, and I think he might have succeeded the pit limiter, speed limit as well there, so might be a penalty incoming in the background though. A couple of cars pitting. That is Remco Torn in the pits, I believe. Is that him pitting? Not entirely sure.
No, Remco Torn is still out on track.
That's Vokins. That was Vokins in the Ferrari. I was pitting, apologies. As Zilliman is seeing a better day, that's for sure. The top, still waiting for everyone to make their pit stop in the top 13. So 6 cars now make their pit stop. Another 3 will shortly leave the pit lane, and hopefully won't have any speeding pits or stop-go drive-through penalties from mistakenly getting onto the pit limiter too late or too early. Badine. Red Bull looks like Perez is driving it. Do we judge Perez that harshly, folks? Oh, yellow flag. Oh. Again, just cars off in the pit lane.
You got all excited, didn't you?
Yellow flag. Oh, it's just cars. That was an anti-climax. That really was.
The interesting thing for Sabre, who's pitted early, obviously trying to do the undercut, but he's going to be stuck in a bit of traffic, so it might not work out for them. And Girol might be in a position where they can go into the pits quite comfortably and then come back out and remain in the lead.
Indeed, yes. Farrell. Oh, was that a yellow? Is that a proper yellow flag? Possibly. Will Gossel going.
I think that's coming out of the pits.
No, he's too far around the track. I think he might have just had a moment by himself. We're not close enough to get the replay, sadly. But Kiemto is on the pit exit. There he is. And has Thieber made the place on him? He has. So it's all working out for, as you said, Johnny, for Thieber here getting the undercut. And we know Hungary is quite powerful for the undercut strategy if you're having to do a pit stop. And yes, thank you, the Doom. Yellow flag, oh, it's Stroll. It's just Stroll. Another wonderful F1 reference. Thank you very much. But yeah, strategy working well from here. If you can just keep it going. Oh, leaders are in the pits. Both of them are in the pits at the same time.
Yeah, Grant's got a 10-second penalty to take, so that's going to drop Grant down the order. But Girol would be the interesting party in this to see where they come out in relative to Thieber, who has pitted early. So we'll have to see.
Right.
Thieber is coming round middle sector.
He is. We'll stay with Anton Thieber. Comes around what will soon to be the penultimate corner.
Girol is off the jacks.
He is. Forget how slow the pit lane is here for these guys. Road is going to get going. Where's Thieber?
Not even in picture. There you go. Comfortable lead for Girol.
Yeah, absolutely. And Thieber there is Anton Thieber. And that, I dare say, is going to be a challenge for him now.
We know Thieber's got pace. Pole sitter, good pace, 0.8 quicker than Girol in qualifying. But it's just whether they can make that time up now with 18 minutes left. So what, roughly 9 laps? Something like that, 9, 10 laps.
We're just waiting for the timing tower to update to tell you the gaps, and it has now updated. About
9 seconds.
9 seconds. No, not 9 seconds. It's 8, 11. Ooh, lot more than 9 seconds. About half a lap. What? 6, 15, 16, 18, 19 seconds.
We'll see. Girol's just gone through a time between 8.3 seconds between Girol and Thieber.
Yeah. Oh, what am I saying? Yeah, Gerald Thieber. I was looking at the leaders, the actual first place. What was I doing that for?
That's a there's a big gap there. But yeah, between Girol and Thieber, there's 8.3 seconds. Now that's come down 4 tenths just in that one sector alone. So if Thieber can really get the hammer down, we could have a really, really interesting end to this race.
We could indeed. Right. Dillman and Roy penalties. They'll be in the pits for a very long while. But Dillman. What's Dillman doing? Dillman's now leaving his pit box. No, he's not. Still in the pit box.
No, so the penalty's been taken. So the penalty gets taken first.
Yeah. So
and now the
disappears.
pit stop will happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's kind of working out for Thieber. I mean, the idea of him pitting early and getting the jump on everyone is working fantastically. Remco Torn and Kendall Roy will still need to pit, so you are looking at the net second place overall.
That gap's come down again. Thieber now 7.5 seconds behind Girol, so gap's coming down a lot. So this could be really interesting. Thieber's got all the clear air, no battling to do. It can just pump in lap after lap after lap. That gap's it's going to. But I'll bet it's less than 7 seconds as they go through this next timing.
We'll see. 7.4. Oh no, that's not yellow flag. That's just Stillman in the pits. They're not going to jump to it.
7.1. It's coming down more.
God. This is going to be a last lap thing, isn't it?
It's going to be close. Going to be very close. Remco Torn is just in the pits as well. That's your on-track leader. Roy is in on-track second, is just going in the pits as well.
Yep.
And they're both going to be passed. So Girol is now going to retake the lead of the race. And Faber, the gap now is 7.1 again. So still 15 minutes left, 7.1 that gap. It's come down 1.6 seconds in 2 laps.
Oof. That's big though. That's massive. Massive gain. We'll see how much he can gain, because all still to play for. Everything's now sorting itself out now with people pitting and whatnot. So we have everyone pitted apart from Jensen in 7th.
And that Jensen's just come in.
Yep, I will commentate his curse all day long, won't I? Remco
Absolutely.
Torn.
Got a very comfortable gap and the leader of that beginner's class.
Yeah, absolutely. Was showing as a white flag, but again, I think that was just him exiting the pit lane. So yeah, great display of driving there from Torn to be the leader of the beginners class, and indeed we'll have that wrapped up nicely with a very pretty bow and tie. 6.9 seconds now is the gap between first and second.
Yeah, definitely one to watch. It is coming down ever so slightly. Yellow flags are out as well. I don't know if that's Jensen coming out of the pits.
No,
was a yellow
it's
flag
Samuel
out.
Page, last corner.
Oh, Sammy's had a moment.
Let's have a look and see what's happening. He was fighting with Farrell, and Farrell's a little bit closer in the penultimate corner. I have a feeling that Farrell maybe
Little door bang.
made enough contact again. Yeah, Sam.
I think that's Sam just outbreaking himself a little bit into the last corner and going straight on, and that door bang is probably 6 to 1.5, doesn't it, the other there. I don't think Farrell's done anything particularly wrong there, and Sam's just made a little mistake and has paid for it. So
Yeah.
not the best days for Sam, but he'll keep going.
Last lap comparisons between the top two. Giroud, who's leading, 145.1. Thieber 144.8. Thieber's quicker, but he really needs to up the pace to
6.5.
yeah, but still 6.5 seconds. It's been 2 laps. How many more laps do we have? That's the thing. 1, 3.
That gap's come down
5.
2.3 seconds in 3 laps. So you've probably got 7 or 8 laps to go.
He's going to be on the bumper, isn't he, come the last lap? It'll be a last lap
Yeah.
battle.
It's going to be the last lap. Remco Torn leading the way in the beginners class. A gap of 2.5 seconds from Bayliss. So Remco, if he can keep in the lead, will likely bring home at that championship. Wacker's had a good run today, up in 3rd in that class as well.
Badim Habibovic says Sam's not having a good evening. No, he is not. Bless him, he has seen better days. But nonetheless, keeping it going. As does every driver tonight.
It won't deter him at all either with Sam. He just absolutely loves it. I introduced Sam to sim racing about a year ago. Never done it before. A real life friend of mine. Never done anything like it before. Me and Ben would always go and play pool with him on a Wednesday and talk about it. And he was, I want to get involved, and he has, and he's come on leaps and bounds in 12 months. Never done a racing game before, so now he won the beginners class last month.
Very good.
And that's why he's up in the amateur class this season.
Very nice, and a very good showing from him to just keep it on track and keep it going, and we do appreciate it, and we always encourage all our drivers here in ONiD to do. Yeah, crash, just go back and repair. Don't quit, keep going, keep fighting. Still chances for and opportunities that could come up.
Interestingly, Girol has reacted to Thaber's push, and that gap's back up to 7.2. So 7/10 gained in that lap for Girol.
Yeah, absolutely. So that gap is fluctuating around that 7-second mark between the top two. Meanwhile, Bayliss and Torn. Nice little last end late race battle for 6th and 5th. And, ooh, Torn going very wide there. Getting a couple of wheels on the grass and losing momentum, but thankfully it's not really an overtaking spot into that corner.
Remco doesn't need to be battling Bayliss, because even if Remco finishes second behind Bayliss, Remco will still win the championship.
But Wacker, though, only 2 seconds away from this battle. And there he is in the background, so he's got a good front row seat to this. And this is the battle for the beginner class.
Yeah, the problem is for Remco is if he gets battling with Bayliss and has a problem, they come together and loses
the inside!
position. That was tight.
Sorry to interrupt you.
It's exactly what I'm saying about Remco. If he gets involved in an incident and then goes behind Wacker and Bayliss wins, the championship can turn on its head.
We'll see what happens. He is going to fight this. He's defending into the final turn. And that's going to put the Mercedes alongside, not even just at the back. And there's contact between the two!
Didn't need to be there either. The track's wide enough.
Jesus. Well, I think Torn gets the message and hangs back. But look at that. Mercedes goes deep, but gets on the power soon enough. And a flash of the lights in the Ferrari of Torn. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's bad to worse, because look at this. Wacker's now right on the tail of Torn. This is turning the championship for the beginners class on its head.
Yeah, if Torn drops to third, he's going to finish the championship on 195, where Bayliss will be on 195 for winning as well. So it'll be a tie. So it'll go to count back if Wacker gets past Torn.
Do you have that information available?
I could have a look. It'll be on
Wacker's
best finish.
Wacker's going to make a move. Can't quite make it work. And then Miggles, the Italian in the Audi, is now coming up to get into this battle as well. I just want to call him the Italian. That's awful, isn't it? I think Wacker drops back a little bit, and the Audi is now right on the tail of that BMW. So he's now got to look, or try and start looking at his rear view, just in case a move is made and he has to try and fight the Audi. I think the Audi's going to try and get him back onto turn 1 if he stays this close through the final turn.
On countback, if Remco does drop to third, on countback, I think he's had more better place finishes. They've both had a win each if Oscar Bayliss wins this. They've both had a win each, but I think Remco's had more second places than Oscar, so...
Yeah. Oh, Audi goes up the inside turn 1, just as I predicted. It goes too deep. And Chris Wacker goes, thank you very much, I'll have that back. Whack, damn and spam, I'll have that place. Oh god, why did I... No, that doesn't work, Aiden. Jesus Christ. There's better rhyming words, I'm sure. Anyway, Wacker retains 7th for now and gives a bit of breathing space to Remco, crucially. And Remco may be sitting a bit more happier knowing that there's a fast Audi in the AM class that wants to get past one of his main championship rivals.
I think Saber must have had an issue because that gap is 15 seconds
Oh boy,
to Girol now.
Must have done. Yeah, last lap was a 152.
So that'll be race over for Saber, and Girol will wrap up the amateur class championship with that win with only 6.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, last lap for Faber was a 152 compared to the 144 for Gerald. So I reckon there was a mistake somewhere that he got caught up in. Finbar Harrington apparently registering as a slow car. White flag was being shown. no longer being shown. So I think whatever happened was either very brief or enough to trigger it, and not much else happened. Dillman, though, puts him on the tail of Harrington now for what is 9th place. A day, or an evening, should I say, of what could have been for Dillman, I think. But sadly starting from the pit lane, and not quite, I don't think, quite pressing the drive button in time for the race start on the grid.
And having 15 seconds of penalties won't have helped their cause either.
And that too, yeah, absolutely. And I think Harrington's already defensive.
Wacker and Torn going at it again.
Oh, let's have a look. We'll have a look. As positions chopping and changing down further down. As I said, Dillman's made a move from Harrington to cut it away from it, sadly. Oh, what to do? Dillman's going at it with Finbar. I want to try and give that a bit of attention as well. They've calmed down now. They're still 9th and 10th for Harrington and 10th for Dillman.
Oh, Wacker with a moment.
Oh, that was massive. Staves it though. Under pressure and probably maybe bending to the pressure from the car behind. He's going to try and go defensive, but the Audi has a car on the inside but can't get the braking right and has to back out the move.
Yeah, not many cars can outdo the BMW on the brakes.
No, and
Very
Dillman
good.
up the inside, but makes a slide. Sorry to interrupt you there again, Johnny. But got onto the curbs, I think, a bit too much on the inside of the right hander and unsettled the car and loses a position again. Massive wiggle upon braking and acceleration. And yeah, loses too much momentum. Right, still everything staying put. Oh, Wacker goes very deep.
And this would be what Remco wants to see. You see that gap to Remco Torn now, 2.1 seconds.
Yeah.
And Wacker's in a battle. So Remco is comfortable now, can relax for the last few minutes while this battle's going on.
Drive through for S. Grant P4. Track limits.
That's unfortunate for Sam Grant.
It is, and there's almost contact between Wacker. Hoda.
What is it with people in that corner?
I don't want to look anymore. It's going to give me nightmares, this freaking race. He's going to be right on the tail of him again. He's got pace, but can't use that pace to get past. Bokins and Roy going at it for 11th and 12th further down the order as well. We'll stay with this battle for now. Just actively keeping an eye on the timing screens. And also what's happening on screen as well.
Sam Grant in the pits for their drive-through.
Cool. So he's going to drop down the order. Has the Audi almost gone down again? Oh my god!
So close.
It's so much later on the brakes. It's absolutely insane. How in the world he hasn't inadvertently used that BMW's bumper as a brake, it's beyond me. Drive-through cleared for 8:02, so Grant has served his drive-throughs. Stayed 4th?
This is going to be the move now. The Audi's going to make this stick.
Wacker
At the inside. We'll send Wacker around the outside. Move done. Job done. Unless Wacker can hold the inside, I think the Audi will be able to scamper away into turn number 2. And there you go. Job done. Eventually.
Eventually, absolutely.
If you're Remco Torn now, you take a big breath.
Yeah.
And go, of what the championship's mine, just keep it on the track.
I think that's all we can do right now. Another moment, I think, for Thieber, because he's 2.2 seconds down on his personal best, has lost time again. 17 drive-through for track limits, that's Farrell in the BMW P16, so he's going to have to do a late drive-through for getting the car too wide on too many occasions. Let's go drop back down the order, give some attention down to the guys lower down the field, because these guys have been battling away for the last part of the race as well. Mohammed Mirani in the yellow Ferrari is going to try and make a move. Oh, he's lagging. Bless him. But up ahead of this battle is Roy, Harrington and Vokins as well. And Roy getting out the way of the Ferrari, and they touch! They survived to live another day. Grant retaining the P4 though, as Aesthetic Abbey says, yes Grant, well done. I think he's a bit of a lucky boy to keep fourth, because Oscar Bayliss was on his tail for a good few corners as he exited pit lane. So yeah, very, very lucky Oscar. Sam. A very lucky Sam Grant there. But 17 seconds left. I think we just have to pay attention to where the leader is. Is there going to be another lap?
He's got time to slow down if he didn't want another lap. It's his last corner, isn't he?
He is. He's on the
Is he
go
gonna
for
slow?
it. No, he's not.
One more
The
lap.
leader is on the final lap. About 2 seconds to go. Oscar with a refreshing livery. Oscar, yes.
Drive through for Max Farrell for exceeding track limits.
Yes, I think it's just a reminder. I think he's already had it about a couple of laps, but it's just a reminder. So he's got it. Yes, indeed. I think. I've lost track. Oh, Finbar, Harrington and Roy going at it. Roy just then getting the better of Finbar. Let's quickly see that move once more. Gonna go down into the fast left-hander, completely blind. The elevation difference is absolutely insane.
Big sideways moment.
Yeah, big
There
side.
you go.
And that's it. That's what gave him the place.
Yeah, good observation from Finbar there to know that Roy was going to go up the inside and just to hang it out and let the position be gone. It's good racecraft, that.
Yeah, absolutely. What's happening up the top? I know we're on the last lap.
Bieber's got a drive-through.
Oh! That is going to throw everything off.
I think if you get it on the last lap, it means it'll be a 30-second penalty, which will drop Faber down to at least third.
At least. Torn concedes to him.
Probably not a bad thing either. Let's pick up Girold then, and Girold does win. Goes over the line to be the August Am Series champion. Fantastic result. My pick for the day. Did a fantastic job. Made the pit strategy work. Saber's going to get that drive-through, has taken the drive-through. I don't think it will really matter. I think you'll still get the 30 seconds as soon as you cross the line. There you go. There's the 30-second penalty. Gametto comes in third. Sam Grant then probably
is
not
going to get the position, I don't think.
Oh, it might be close.
21 Anton Faber to Gerald 21
So
seconds. Kimto another 5 seconds, and then.
So if it's less than 25 seconds between Gametto and Grant as Grant crosses the line, Grant might pick up a third, might pick up a podium. Probably won't though. Too much time has passed. Crosses the line then.
It's not enough.
Stays fourth, but good effort from Sam Grant today. Good effort indeed. Fourth. Yeah. Let's go and pick up.
Oh,
Oscar Bayliss is in the pits.
Vokins
Why is Oscar Bayliss in the pits?
I don't know.
Oscar Bayliss is in the pits and hasn't finished, according to that screen.
And Vokins going slow. What's happened to Vokins? That's out of fuel.
Out of fuel.
You can hear it. There's no drive whatsoever. Let's try getting on board. Yeah, that's
just no drive.
You can see the little yellow light in the bottom left of the dashboard. I'm thinking that's a fuel warning. That's it. Out of fuel.
Fucking out of fuel. I'm more interested in what's happened to Bayliss, because Bayliss was had the race won, according to, if there's a glitch somewhere, because it's saying that Oscar Bayliss now finished third, which it didn't matter anyway because Remco Torn is your beginners class champion for finishing second. But did Bayliss just go in the pits? Did he have an incident?
I don't know. We can't tell because we're too far back, sadly. But that is that.
So yeah, Bayliss run out of fuel apparently. No fuel for Oscar Bayliss. So he did actually finish third in class. So gave Remco Torn the win. That's such a shame. Oscar Bayliss had such a good race as well.
Did as well. It's insane. Such a shame.
Absolute shame for Oscar Bayliss. But Remco Torn, congratulations on a beginners class championship. And Loic Girol wins the race today and is the AM class champion. So well done, both of you guys.
Can we breathe now? that was something.
It's always the same. I love Hungaroring for this exact thing.
Yeah.
Is it causes such brilliant racing. Some not so great.
No.
But some brilliant.
Yeah.
But it keeps the action up and it's really interesting.
Wow, it's been an absolute pleasure to bring you the AM Championship, and indeed that is it for August. And I think, Johnny, I must admit, you have sold me. You might be seeing me out on track next month for these guys.
Didn't press the wrong button at all. Yeah, definitely. Obviously, with the clubman stuff going back in the hands of Andy Hearn. Now he'll be back off holiday for the next season, and obviously he's got his partner in crime, Andy Thorpe, to come in to help him as well. He's just joined the admin team, and Scotty as well, back racing. So there's plenty of cover in that Clubman Cup now. I think with all that you do around here, commentating and generally being mine and Ben's streaming bitch, you deserve some race time, and I think the AM series will be a good place for you to get some regular racing.
Woof woof.
Especially with you going back on commentary for the next Sunday series.
I am indeed. Yeah.
With maybe a new commentator, which I'm not going to reveal the name of first, but there is a new commentator coming to join oNiD.
Oh, you tease.
Which I'm really pleased to have him on board, actually.
If it's the person I'm thinking, if it's the person I'm thinking of that you mentioned in our very secret but not so secret admin Discord, then yes, I am very excited.
It'll be very cool.
It will be, absolutely. But on that cliffhanger, I must say, to our wonderful online viewers as well, it's been a pleasure to have you all. One last thing from me. You see it on the top right of your screen, live on Saturday, 6 hours of Valencia. Sadly, I won't be there. I will be camping in the field, getting drunk and playing board games all weekend. But a very wonderful, dedicated stream team will be bringing you the race live on YouTube. Stream will be starting at around, I believe, 1:30 in the afternoon for a 2 o'clock race start. It's going to be fun. It's going to be insane. It's going to be Valencia. Until then, guys, thank you so much for dropping by. Johnny, any final words before we head off?
No, from me, just thank you for everyone, and thanks for joining us this evening. And make sure you come and join the 6 hours of Valencia on Saturday, and make sure you join us next Thursday, where you will have the driver POV from me and Adam taking on the special event in the series this month.
Could not say that better myself. Thank you, Johnny. It's been a pleasure. Take care, guys. Have a great night. Enjoy your bank holiday weekend. Hopefully see you for 6 hours of Valencia. If not, we look forward to hosting you with our wonderful stream here, whenever that may be, on oNiD Racing Community. Take care. Bye-bye.